Mergen, look!
Mergen opened his eyes and raised his head in time to see a mist on the sea in the distance. He pulled up and wiped his hair away to look at it.
What was it?
A whale! I saw it spout just now.
Her voice illustrated her excitement at the discovery, and the gold flecks sparked in her eyes.
A whale? Here? Isn't that unusual?
I know. Either it's off course or we are. Did you see it?
Not exactly where.
She pointed.
Over there, watch.
He looked, but saw nothing. He pointed.
Where? There?
She corrected him, citing where she suspected the whale would surface again.
No, there. It surfaced there, so it should come up about there.
Mergen stepped in close and sighted along her arm. She turned a little sideways so he could get a better vantage to see where she was pointing, and they waited. The sea stirred a breeze which tossed Catriona's hair around Mergen's face. He noticed the smell of her hair and her perfume from the open lotus, designed just for her. Her body seemed suddenly warm, and he realized how close they were, her hand on his shoulder. He fought the urge to wrap his arm around her waist, to pull her into his arms. As it stood, if she were to turn her head, they could be in a kiss before they knew it. It felt familiar, being this close to her, and he remembered the kiss he gave her in the catacombs under the palace. He remembered her response, and wondered if she would do that again if he kissed her now. He watched her as she went on seeking out the elusive whale, and when it surfaced again, he found he really didn't care.
There, did you see it?
Catriona turned to look at Mergen and met his gaze unexpectedly. At first, she didn't seem to understand what he was looking at. In a blink, she caught on, but she didn't pull away. Instead, the gold flecks in her eyes seemed to shimmer as if on fire. His hand twitched slightly, will and desire were vying for control. He felt a massive war within his body fighting between what was proper and clutching her to him. It would be so easy. A nudge of her hip, and his arms would engulf her like they did in the catacombs. His muscles under her fingertips were tense, ready to spring at the subtlest of hints that she wanted him to. They could be making love on the deck by the next swell. He reached up to touch her face with his seaward hand, caught in the moment as much as she seemed to be. His thumb brushed her jawline as it moved to the base of her skull, and he felt her shudder in anticipation. She closed her eyes, and he knew he could kiss her right then, right there, with the Saints and the entire crew as their witness, and she wouldn't care. At least not right then.